We've got the ultimate prize right beside me, well, inside the CNN Philippines headquarters right now. Let's take a look at the shiny, very shiny FIBA World Cup trophy, and it is making the rounds here in Manila this week. There it is. Take a look. Whew! I can just look, no touching. Basketball's ultimate prize will tour around the 32 qualified countries as well as Indonesia. Then it will return to Manila in August for a domestic tour before the global showcase itself for the FIBA World Cup 2023. You can feel my energy and I can feel the excitement because today we've also got very special guests on the show. We're going to go all out on this story with Gilas Pilipinas icons and FIBA World Cup local ambassadors, two of my idols representing the country back in the day, Ranidel de Ocampo and Gabe Norwood. Good morning and welcome back to CNN Philippines.
Good morning, good morning.
Oh, palakpak kasi, palakpak. Did you see him clap? Yeah, Ranidel was like, okay, well, let's all clap together. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for being here. How about this? How about that? I'll start with RDO because Gabe's still looking mesmerized by the trophy. I am too when I first saw it. I said it's like never been kissed, never been touched, no touching, just looking at the trophy. RDO, anong pakiramdam? Back in the day, you were just playing for Gilas, diba? You went to the World Cup with Gabe, with Coach Shot and those guys, and now, di ba, matagal ka ng mainstay ng Gilas, eto, nandito yung trophy, dito nagaganapin bro, yung FIBA World Cup, and napili ka pang ambassador.
Siyempre, very proud. At the same time, excited. Kasi since naglaro ko sa national team, kami ni Gabe, kahit dati pa nung sa RP Youth, talagang gustong-gusto ko na talagang maglaro sa national team. At ngayon hindi na ako kasali sa bilang player at bilang ambassador na, local ambassador, support pa rin. So kahit hindi ako naging ambassador, support pa rin talagang gusto ko talaga sumuporta sa national team natin.
Kasi iba once in a lifetime experience and not everybody will get to experience this. Gabe, how about you? How big of an honor was it, is it for you to be selected as one of the local ambassadors for the World Cup?
Just completely, like RDO was saying, it's the highest honor. You know, outside of physically playing on the court, to be able to represent FIBA, represent the Philippines, and knowing the history of this trophy, just sitting here looking at the countries here, the winners all the way around the trophy, it's pretty awesome to know that, you know, whether you're growing up here in the country or being Filipino, growing up abroad, be able to come together for something like this through the game of basketball is pretty special.
It is really special. I have to do it. We're live. I'm going to take a photo of this.
Send that to me.
Yeah, while we're on live. This is just amazing. And of course, we have the trophy here. It is a trophy tour for the FIBA World Cup for the trophy. Nagkaroon din tayo ng trophy tour back in 2014, the Naismith Trophy back in 2014. How special is it to have this trophy here in the country? I know we're months away, but just to see here, to let everybody experience it. You guys, I'm sure, sina Larry, Jeff, LA, you guys talk about, do you reminisce? But just seeing this trophy here in the Philippines, it's just a mind-blowing event. Yeah,
I think it's just added to the excitement. It makes the whole event even more real, being able to physically see it.
It is real now.
Yeah, definitely. Outside of just seeing the ads and you know, kind of the push for the project, you know, just see the trophy here and to know that somebody in about 6 months is going to be lifting this trophy up and celebrating with it is pretty cool.
Just between the three of us. Did you touch it? To be honest, RDO. Feeling ko ikaw eh. They said no touching. Did you touch it?
Kung meron akong fingerprint dyan.
Very
evidence.
Very evident. Pero even, di ba, even if you can't touch it, it's that prestigious. It's still just, di ba, it gives goosebumps just to be beside it and just to see it up close and personal. Gabe, you were once a team captain for Gilas, and you know, you've represented the country so many times in different international competitions, RDO as well. But tell everybody, just paint us a picture, what makes playing in the World Cup different compared to playing in the SEA Games, the Asian Games, the Jones Cup, the qualifiers, so on and so forth?
I think RDO and I can both attest to the work that's put in. You know, the event itself is what you work towards. That's the goal.
but it's the work that you put in,
Yeah.
the bonds that you make with your brothers, with your countrymen. But at the end of the day, it's also going out and competing against the best. As competitors, we want to play the best and kind of prove where you stand. Whether you come out victorious or not, you just want to go out there and compete, represent your country, your family. And, there's nothing like the World Cup.
Yeah. RDO, ikaw.
Tama yung sinabi ni Gabe. Talagang nakaka-proud at syempre nandito yung trophy. Tapos magtutour yan around the world. So pagkatapos natin dito, magtutour yan sa buong Pilipinas. Di ba? So talagang kasama yung bansa natin sa pinag-uusapan ngayon sa World Cup. At talagang hindi birong maglaro sa World Cup kasi nandiyan yung mga best of the best na team. Halos lahat ng bansa. Tsaka maraming team kumpara sa Olympics, di ba? So mas maraming competition, maraming games, mas pinag-uusapan. Parang sa football din, ganoon din. So, yun nga, siguro abangan lang natin, may mga tour pa tong trophy natin dito sa BGC sa Saturday at going straight to Araneta. Magkakaroon ng parade dyan. And then the next day, saan yung next day?
At the tournament.
Tournament. Yeah. So, abangan nyo yan. Abangan nyo.
More on that later. I like having you two. This combination, ibang klase, RDO and Gabe. Two guys who grew up in two different worlds, but very, very close. And of course, longtime teammates representing the country. Did you guys feel bad that you didn't get to? I know you have that distinction. You can say, we did play in the World Cup, but that was in Spain.
Yeah.
Do you have that sense of, sayang, no? How come this didn't happen when we were still playing and when we were representing the Philippines in the World Cup? May ganun ba, Gabe? Is there something like that man, I wish I was part of the team now?
A bit, to be honest. You got to be honest about the situation. We know what it feels like to host a FIBA event here.
Correct.
And be the host country, but not in terms of the World Cup.
Yes.
To play in front of your own fans, to play in front of your family, your friends, your coaches, your teammates. It's definitely a home court advantage that we enjoy and we would have loved to have at the world stage.
RDO, ikaw, may ganun ka ba na parang, sayang, no? Sana nung 2014?
Yun nga, tayo yung host. Siyempre, mas exciting yun eh. Mas makakasupport yung mga kababayan natin. At the same time, tayo yung host nung nakabalik tayo sa World Cup after 40 years. So talagang isa yon sa mga history na talagang babalik-balikan natin. At ngayon, World Cup na dito lalaroin sa atin. So swerte ng mga kababayan natin at masasaksihan nila. At the same time, mafe-feel nila kung anong pakiramdam na makisali sa World Cup. Kung ano yung na-experience namin sa Spain, ganito, ganyan. Talagang iba yung pakiramdam.
Pati, di ba, yun nga sabi nga ni Gabe, it is the ultimate goal of, di ba, to play, be among the 31 nations playing for this historic trophy. Okay, don't go anywhere. Let's take a quick time out. We need it. We'll take a really quick break. Ranidel de Ocampo and Gabe Norwood will still be with us here on the show, local ambassadors of the FIBA World Cup. And we're about 5 months away from the 2023 FIBA World Cup. The Philippines, of course, is one of the host countries. And we're still joined by Gilas Pilipinas icons and FIBA World Cup local ambassadors, RDO, Ranidel de Ocampo, and Gabe Norwood. RDO, Gabe, let's take a trip down memory lane. Kanina pinag-usapan nga natin mga memories, di ba? Nag-reminisce tayo. Sino yung mga roommates nyo? Ikaw, si Junmar, wow. and then you.
Ping for
most of the time. You also had Jimmy as one of your roommates. Okay, the Philippines was a revelation back in the 2014 FIBA World Cup. We all know that historic how we got there because when we beat Korea here in 2013 and then we went to Spain, diba, Seville, 2014 FIBA World Cup. And that was, I remember we just won one game against Senegal, 81-79. In OT pa yon, diba, overtime. But all our 4 losses were very, very close. We lost to Croatia by 3, Greece by 12, Argentina and Puerto Rico by 4. What kind of fulfillment did you get from that, knowing that at that time you guys, we can go toe to toe. We almost gave Argentina a scare. We Puerto Rico a scare. Ardil.
Sayang talaga. Sayang.
He's been waiting to say that, man. I saw that.
Sobrang sayang.
Paano?
Sobrang sayang talaga. Chances na natin yun very close game talaga. Pero first time kasi natin mag-World Cup First time natin. So medyo may konting
Kaba.
rookie factor. Tapos yung mga referees, hindi pa tayo masyadong kilala, yung laro natin. Hindi masyadong nire-respeto. Mas more on sa kabilang team. So, maganda nga ngayon na lagi na tayong nandito sa World Cup.
How about you, Gabe? Because all I know, ang dami yung memories, or a lot of memories, but of course, who can forget that dunk you had? Was that on Scola? Was that?
It might have been.
Who's now FIBA World Cup ambassador, by the way?
Yeah, no, that should be fun. But gotta thank him. But yeah, just that whole experience. I think the 2014 team was really special. You had a group of guys who were all basically in their primes.
I think this is the play. This is it. When Gabe Norwood dunked on Luis Scola in 2014, man, that was crazy.
A long time ago.
Yeah, you were
I don't
saying.
think I can do that anymore.
Go ahead, you were saying.
But just the preparation that went in, I think we were really prepared. The scores kind of show how prepared we were as a team. The coaching staff did a great job and really keeping us focused and not overwhelmed by the moment and by the kind of bigness of the tournament.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we know that Luis Scola, by the way, here's that. Wow, we're just really flashing it over and over again. Luis Scola should have been here. He's coming, I believe. Did you get to see him again after that?
I mean, right after in the
hotel.
Just in the hotel. Didn't make much eye contact, but he's had a great career. Yeah. He's in the Hall of Fame,
yeah, of course,
and just
FIBA,
really, a FIBA Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
so just truly an inspiration in terms of the game of basketball.
Yeah. Of course, we were talking about roommates and everything. You forged that. It's a special bond. Yeah. You develop that special closeness, that bond. It becomes a brotherhood when you get to represent the country in the world stage, in the World Cup, right? And now, I want to ask about yung mga pwede, Ardeo, yung mga pwede niyong ikwento na ano yung memories on the court. He did mention and we did show it when he dunked on Scola. But ikaw, ano yung fondest memories mo? Pinaka hindi mo makakalimutan. Na kinikwento mo kahit sa mga anak mo.
Yung laro kami versus Senegal.
Senegal, okay.
Yung only win natin.
Yeah.
So, Andre Blatch got, nag-graduate siya.
Fallout.
Yeah. Fallout na siya. So, hindi ko alam kung makakabalik ako sa game, pero binalik ako ni coach. Pero meron akong stapler dito, 2.
Talaga?
Kasi second quarter yata, third quarter, natamaan ako. Talagang nahilo ako. Nahilo akong ganyan. So, nung punta ako sa clinic, kausap ko yung doktor, Espanyol, di kami magkaintindihan. So, walang anesthesia, ganyan-ganyan. Kung nahihilo ba ako, hindi ko alam maintindihan yung Spanish. Basta sabi ko, sige, stapler nyo na. So, bumalik na ako. Yun, ready pa rin ako. Nakafocus ako sa free throws ko. Nagsusona yung kalaban. Lahat. Parang sabi ko, huling laro na to, ganyan-ganyan. Hindi ko alam kung makakalaro pa ulit ako sa World Cup. So parang nag-take risk ako doon, kahit nahihilo ako, naglaro ako, which is dapat di ko ginawa.
Pero grabe no, yung to hear that. It's my first time hearing that story. I'm sure you've heard it so many times. But just to hear that, and that's the value of having an RDO. Someone, di ba yung, bahala na, I want to represent my country. This might be the last time I'm playing in the World Cup for the Philippines. How about you, Gabe? Your memory?
Man, on the court, outside of the dunks and the highlights, I think it was probably playing against Argentina in the national anthem. I'm a soccer fan, football fan, and knowing the history that they have in that sport as well. I think it was the first time I've ever experienced a national anthem when everybody was like jumping around and partying.
Talaga?
It was like usually you're very stoic, very serious, and it made it feel like a World Cup soccer game. Like it was a totally different environment, something I'd never experienced before, never seen before. or after, and it was kind of like, okay, this is the World Cup moment for us.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Very loud.
Argentinian fans, di ba, football, basketball, they're just really so passionate. And alam naman natin, from the past, balik tayo dito in the present with the trophy here. The World Cup draw is happening this Saturday already, April 29th. And we've got 8 pots here. Nasa pot 1 tayo as host country. Here it is on our screens, the 2023 FIBA World Cup draw happening this Saturday. And of course, in the spot, kasama natin US, Spain, Australia, and tayo, na since nasa Group A tayo, we will be playing sa Big Dome, Smart Araneta Coliseum. Yung Team USA will be placed in Group C, laro sa MOA. Sa nakikita nyo dito, the way you see it, Gabe, what do you think is the best case scenario here for the Philippines?
Man, at the end of the day, it just comes down to playing. I don't think you can handpick any of these teams, especially not knowing full rosters at the moment. There's a lot of NBA and international talent all the way across the board. So it's really you can control and kind of hope for the best.
And we'll be grouped with the teams in pots 3, 5, and 7. So I think there's a possibility we can actually be grouped with Giannis and Greece, if you think about it, right? If you look at it, ikaw naman, Ardeo, sa nakikita mo dito, alam kong ako kailangan ko nga panuurin yung para maintindihan eh. Pero sa tingin mo, Ardeo, looking at this?
Sa tingin ko, sabi nga ni Gabe, wala ka na mapipili. Kasi last time na naglaro tayo, we were grouped with Argentina, Greece, Puerto Rico, diba? So Senegal, Croatia. So wala ka nang mapipilang ka-group. So kailangan harapin mo kung ano yun.
Pati sabi nga nila you can't, kumbaga, kahit anong piliin mo, ito sa pot 3, kahit anong piliin mo dyan, dahil they're the best of the best, that's why they're all in the World Cup. Let's take another quick break as we take a look again, the 2023 FIBA World Cup, the pots there, the draw happening this Saturday, and our all-out conversation with Ranidel de Ocampo and Gabe Norwood will continue when we return. You're watching Sports Desk only here on CNN Philippines, where we go all out for the day's top sports stories. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. We still have our very special guests on the show, Gilas Pilipinas icons and FIBA World Cup local ambassadors Ranidel de Ocampo and Gabe Norwood, along with the Naismith Trophy here. FIBA World Cup, few months away. Filipino fans will also get to see games of Team USA, right? And that will be such a treat. Aside from watching Gilas, we can also watch Team USA. Kung sino man ang pupunta dito, whoever will play for that team in the World Cup. Are you guys looking forward to that as well? I mean, be honest, ikaw, Ardeo, excited ka ba? Alam kong, syempre, Gilas tayo, suporta. Pero may konting, parang gusto ko makita si Ganto.
Kasama na yon syempre. Kaya excited din kaming manood eh. Every game talagang nandun na kami para makakita rin ng mga, syempre, mga magagaling na player, magagaling na play, at mga magagandang sistema ng laro.
You, Gabe, and aside from the U.S., who else are you looking forward to seeing?
Just to double back, I like how he's talking like a coach now. You saw
Yeah, right?
right? In there.
Champion coach too, by the way.
Champion coach. But there's a lot of just individual talent out there. I love to see. I see we have a chance of playing Finland and Lauri Markkanen.
Lauri Markkanen, correct.
The year that he's just had.
Most improved.
Just to kind of see his progression. That'd be cool to watch them. Naturally, you want to see the Lucas and everybody eventually you make it to the next round. But just so much talent, man. You can't really lose if you show up at any of the games.
It's like being a kid at a candy store, like seeing all these really great players as well being here in the Philippines, and we also want to show them how we do it, how we host the World Cup, right? Ranidel, Ardeo, the floor is yours. Bigay ko sa inyo. Ardeo, pag ganunin mo lang si Gabe, ha? Okay. Saan makikita ng fans in person itong World Cup trophy? Go ahead.
This Saturday sa BGC. Uptown BGC. And then the trophy will go straight to Araneta. Merong parade doon. So on the next day, Gabe
will be at Tenement in Taguig, so there'll be a special unveiling, and it should be a good time. Hopefully everybody can make it out and get their chance to take a peek at the trophy, but remember, you can't touch the trophy. Yes, look at the trophy. I got scared just doing that.
And don't worry, Ardeo will be there making sure no touch.
Yeah, how it.
What do you-
boys kami.
Awi boys. Invite them. RDO, Gabe, invite all our viewers for the draw happening this Saturday also. That will be a treat.
Yeah, definitely everybody tune in. If you come out physically, show up and support, but it should be a great time. You get to see some of the greatest players in the history of the game come out and kind of decide the fate for a lot of countries in terms of who they're going to be playing against and who they're going to be able to kind of go out and compete against. So it should be fun. We look forward to seeing everybody there, and I'll pass it over to my teammate here if you want to throw anything else in there.
Ang alam ko nga, mayroon pang darating na mga mag-perform. Parang mga...
Kasi nasawiti, Sarah Ronimo, Billy
yeah.
Crawford, yes.
So, maganda. Tsaka keep supporting basketball, keep supporting our national team, Gilas Pilipinas.
Maraming salamat. Di ka naman magpo-perform, di ba, RDO?
Maybe.
Did you see that reaction?
He didn't say no.
Yeah, he said, if they ask me. But again, thank you so much for being here. Pwede tayo pumalakpak ulit. Ranidel de Ocampo and Gabe Norwood. And we hope to speak to you again soon. Gilas Pilipinas icons and FIBA World Cup local ambassadors. Two of my favorite players, RDO, Ranidel de Ocampo, Coach Ranidel de Ocampo, and Mr. Gabe Norwood himself, and of course the Naismith Trophy, FIBA World Cup Trophy Tour happening here in the Philippines this weekend.